Okay, guys, I'm back with the second half of our science lesson for lesson 1, unit 10. What is energy? So let me get my share screen up here. And here we go. Let me make my face, my beautiful face bigger so you can see me. There we go. All right, safe and sound. Blow a horn, clash cymbals, clap your hands. What happens? You hear sound. Sound is the energy you can hear. Sound is made when an object vibrates. To vibrate is to move back and forth very quickly. So even though when you clap your hands, you're not feeling that vibration, it's happening. Sound is caused by vibrations. And you maybe sometimes have felt vibrations before. Like I know, I'm just trying to think of something just happened recently. There was a loud sound. Like sometimes when a radio is loud in a car, you feel it booming. You feel the vibrations from that sound. And when an airplane takes off, especially if you're right near it and it's super loud, you might feel vibrations from that. There's a lot of other things that you might feel vibrations from sound. Like if you've ever been to a concert and it's super loud, I know a lot of times after I leave a concert, if it's loud, my ears ring. So there's a lot of ways you can hear the vibrations, but you don't all the time. Like right now I'm talking, I feel my vocal cords vibrating. And if you put your hands right here, your fingers, when you talk, you can feel it vibrating when you talk. So that's sound. The active reading says a cause tells why something happens. Draw one line under a cause. So before we underline the effects, now we're going to underline the cause. So sound is made when an object vibrates. So an object vibrates. That causes sound. My kids need to stop turning TVs on and off because they're making a lot of sound. All right, down here, pitch. Pitch is how high or low a sound is. Instruments have different pitches. A whistle makes a sound with a high pitch, and a big drum makes a sound with a low pitch. Like Noah plays percussion in band, so these are things that I hear a lot of times at my house when he's playing his band instruments. He has his bells, and those make a lot of ting, 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 kind of higher pitch sounds. But sometimes, when, like at school, at the concert, when he had to play the big drum, it goes boom. So that's a lower pitch sound. Let's see, on the next page, it says, cheers from a crowd are loud, whispers are soft. Loudness is how loud or soft a sound is. It takes more energy to make a loud sound than a soft sound. So my family would probably tell you that I am a very loud talker, and I just say, it's my teacher voice. So I use a lot of energy when I talk. That's why sometimes I'm like, because I'm talking so loud and I'm so excited, right? So down here it says, what happens to the loudness of a sound when more energy is used to make that sound? So if I have a sound and to make it louder, what am I doing? What's happening to the sound? Right now, there's not a lot of sound, but as I talk, it gets louder, right? The sound gets louder when you put more energy into it. Noah, go get your whistle. And have Noah do an experiment for us while you're writing this down. So just like if you had a drum and you're like ting, 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 what's gonna happen if you go, you really like wail on that drum, it's gonna get a super lot louder, isn't it? And like this guy who in the picture who's playing a horn of sorts, a trumpet. So if he blows into it softly, it's not going to make a lot of sound. But if he really blows into it, it's going to blast out a bunch of sound. Okay, so Noah has his slide whistle here. So Noah, just do it like nice and low. So did you guys hear how it was kind of just low? It was dull. Now put a lot of effort into it. Whoa, did you hear how loud that one was? Okay, thank you very much, sir. So that is telling he didn't use a lot of energy in the first whistle, and it was really low and slow, but in the second one it was loud and Super had a lot of energy into it, didn't it? All right, look at, we are at the sum it up part of our lesson. So part 1, you're gonna do on your own. You need to name 3 kinds of energy. So we talked about 3 different kinds of energy. And if you don't remember, go back to the first full 2 pages with the fireworks on it, and that's gonna help you with that part. Part 2, circle it, circle the answer. What happens when you add heat to something? And you're gonna do this on your own too. So if you add heat to something, does it get cooler or does it get warmer? I think you guys can do that. Part 3, match it. Match each picture to the kind of energy it shows. A picture may show 2 kinds of energy. Oh my gosh, so I'm gonna tell you, one of your pictures, you're gonna have 2 lines going from it, because one of your pictures shows 2 different kinds of energy. So when you look at this boy with the drums, what energy is he giving off? Sound, heat, or light? Or is he giving off 2? I'm not telling you which picture has 2, but I think you can figure it out. On this one, the lamp, is it giving off sound, heat, or light? Or maybe 2 things, I don't know. And then this one, we have a campfire. And is this campfire giving off sound, heat, or light? Or is it giving off 2 things? Honestly, one of these pictures I think could give off all 3, but what are the 2 basic ones it gives off? Okay. And then the brain check page. Write a word from the word bank for each clue. So we have energy, loudness, heat, and vibrate. Make sure you spell the words correctly, because it's gonna matter because they're right here, so you should, for one, right? Like I always say. But also we have a secret code at the bottom that we're trying to solve. So it's very important that you have the right letters in these circles. So number 1 says how loud or soft a sound is. You guys can fill that out on your own. 2, to move back and forth very quickly. Remember, like the hands clapping, or like when I talk like this, what's happening when I put my hand here. 3, can cause matter to move or change. And for energy that makes things warmer. And look at, and you can also count if you're unsure. You can count the letters, right? Solve the riddle. Write the circled letters in order on the lines below. I am energy that lets you see. What am I? It's a cute little picture of a light ball there. All right, and then on the last page, I'll help you guys with this a little bit. It says fill in the chart, write the effect of each cause. So if I add light to something, what happens? What does that light do? It makes things brighter, doesn't it? It makes things look brighter. What about if I add heat to something? If I add heat to something, what's going to happen to the object? Like say I put a frozen pizza in the oven and it cooks for the 15 whatever minutes it needs to cook. And when I take it out of that, when I take that pizza out of the oven, how does it feel? Yeah, it gets warmer. Things get warmer when you add heat. And the last one, add more energy to make sound. So remember Noah's whistle, it was low and slow when he just blew into the whistle a little bit. But when he really put a lot of effort into it, it made the sound what? It made it get louder, didn't it? So sounds get louder. It's like if I wanted to just do this, can you hear it? Kind of, but if I go, you can really hear it, can't you? All right, I hope you guys did a good job on this lesson. Just upload it and I will see you guys later and I'll correct it. Bye.